So, the question I'd like to address here today is: should you join a professional organization to build your network? In the real estate industry and the development industry, it's really important to build relationships not only with people in your part of the industry, but the industry abroad, clients, prospects, all that fun stuff. And as someone who's been involved in professional organizations for over a decade at all sorts of levels and with multiple different organizations, my answer is kind of counterintuitive. Personally, if you're just getting out of school, if you are entering a new market, if you are taking on a new role, I don't think your first step should be joining a professional organization. I think the first step should be work on building a practice and a habit of making and maintaining connections, building your network on a one on one basis, because you probably already know the people who you should be connecting with. And if you don't have those base level skills of doing that on a one on one basis, joining an organization is not going to gain those skills for you. You've got to put in that work yourself. And until you do that and until you have that practice kind of down pat, you're really going to miss out on a large part of the benefits of joining a professional organization. Get the practice one on one, then you can join an organization, because what an organization is great for is going to events and learning from the content, but also being filled or being in a room filled with people that you want to connect with, or maybe you already have connected with. So when you go to that event and you've already got a base network and you've got the base skills of connecting with new people, you'll not only be able to catch up with your existing network in a very effective manner, right? Because you can see a whole bunch of people and connect up with them at one event instead of one on one. So you can connect with them at scale, which is fantastic. And you'll have the skills needed to connect with new people on a one on one basis in the highly targeted room that is that professional organization event. So without the basic skills, though, you're really going to be missing out on large benefit that the professional organizations provide. Additionally, once you get that base network built one on one, then you join the organization. The best thing you can do is take it a step further and pursue a leadership role within that organization. Because in my experience, when you're part of an organization, you may be one of several hundred or thousand members in that organization. So you're one of many. Most of these organizations have fairly small staff, and they are highly dependent on volunteer leaders. So if you can find yourself into a leadership position, you go from one of many to one of a few who's in a leadership position. And not only do you get more involved and more engaged, but you get to connect with the rest of the leaders who are all highly involved, highly engaged, and who likely already have very well established networks within the organization and within the industry. You get to connect with them on a deeper level because you're spending time helping to run the organization. So that's the process I would take. If you're just starting off, I would not worry about joining an organization yet. I think you will long term, but in the short term, start building your relationship building practice one on one, then join the organization, and as soon as you can, take on a leadership role. And if you don't think you have the capacity to take on a leadership role, I would honestly question whether or not the organization is going to be that much benefit to you, because all these things aren't going to be helpful unless you have the time, or unless you make the time to commit to them. So I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below, and we'll continue the conversation.